to the first video in my new Sundays Are for Baking web series. You might notice that we're in a different location today. That is because I have moved house. Me and Nick have moved into a different flat, and that is also the reason why there hasn't been a video in forever. I'm really sorry about that, but I am back for good. So today we are making a zebra cake. Now I absolutely love this cake for several reasons. One, because it is very easy to make. Two, because it's also very easy to eat. It's a very simple cake. There's not loads of different layers, lots of icing or different flavours. It's a tea time cake, the kind of cake you just have with a cup of tea. But it's still got that wow factor in that it's got a really cool pattern inside. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and let's get started. Okay, so first things first, you're going to need to grease and line a medium-ish size round tin. So you're looking at a 7 or 8 inch cake pan. And preheat your oven to 180 degrees or maybe 170 if you have a particularly hot oven like mine. And now it's time to start making the batter. Now you need a large mixing bowl, and into this mixing bowl you're going to put 250 grams of caster sugar, 250 millilitres of vegetable oil, 250 millilitres of semi-skim milk or full fat milk, just not fat-free milk. You're also going to need 4 eggs, just medium eggs will do. I really love it when you get an egg with a chicken feather still in it. It just makes me laugh that like feathers come from a chicken spawn. No, that's just me. Okay, and lastly, 300 grams of self-raising flour. Now the reason we're using vegetable oil and milk in this mixture rather than butter is just because we want a really nice and runny batter. It's just easier to make the pattern in the middle of the cake with a runny batter, and you'll see why later. And then once all your ingredients in the bowl, just whisk them together until they're all combined. It'd probably be easier to use an electric whisk, but I always find like you feel like you deserve the cake more at the end if you've done it by hand. So that's what I'm going to do. So once all your ingredients are combined, you're going to need to separate half of the mixture into a different bowl. Now this is essential. I'm not just trying to make it so you have loads of washing up to do. So try and get it as accurate as you can. It's not essential, you don't have to measure it out or anything, but it is important that it's quite equal. Okay, so once that is done, you need to put 2 spoonfuls of self-raising flour into one of the bowls. I'd say use a kind of like a level tablespoon, but I only have dessert spoons in this new flat, so I'm just going to use 2 heaped dessert spoons of self-raising flour. There we go. And then in the other bowl, I'm going to use 2 spoonfuls of good quality cocoa powder. And then I'm going to mix those all together. Okay, so once you've finished mixing, you should have a plain coloured batter and also a darker chocolate flavoured batter as well. And the next step is to assemble the cake, and this is the kind of critical part of making a zebra cake. All you do is you alternately spoonfuls of each mixture onto the cake pan, one on top of the other, and you should eventually kind of have like concentric circles of plain chocolate mixture. So just copy what I'm about to show you. so once you've put all your mixture into the cake pan, you should get something that looks like this. And I hope you can see what I meant now about the concentric circles. So all you need to do now is pop it in the oven for about 40 minutes or until a skewer comes out clean. So when your cake is out of the oven and it's cooled down completely, you should be able to cut it open and find a really cool stripy pattern inside, just like a zebra. Right, so that is the end of my video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said at the beginning, this is the first of my Sundays off of baking web series, so I'm going to be releasing a new baking video every single Sunday. So if that's something you think you might be interested in, make sure you click the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.